Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to count down the top 10 best and top 10 worst Britney Spears songs. After going through her 9 albums, excluding the deluxe tracks, I decided to put it all together to find her best and her worst. And after reviewing all 9 albums, I came to the conclusion that even though I liked a few Britney Spears songs, most of her music is just not for me. Stay tuned at the end of the video where you'll see how I rank the Britney Spears albums from worst to best. Usually I'll separate the best and worst videos, but for a change of pace, I'm going to combine them into one, and also because of this, there will be no honorable or dishonorable mentions here. So without further ado, this is the top 10 best and top 10 worst Britney Spears songs. Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I've started a Patreon account. On here you get more copyrighted material and they'll be uploaded 48 hours prior to YouTube. If you want to support or visit, link is in the description. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation.
It's Britney, bitch.
Number 10 worst. Starting off with a song I didn't expect to put on this list. You know, I was going to leave this off this list, as on the outside, it's an average song at best. But why is this on this list? It's because of a comment that I've since deleted, where I bashed the remix of this song. And let me reiterate, I do not like the remix, it was unneeded. This little stan, when he watches the video, he'll know who he is, called me rude and distasteful for not liking the remix. But at the end of the day, my message to him is, these are my opinions. If you like the song, good for you. I'm just saying the song didn't move me the way it moved you. But because of this little comment, I can't even listen to the song the same anymore. Let's move on. Number 10 best. Kicking off the best list, let's start off with a song from Femme Fatale. To This World End is actually the second song from Femme Fatale, and it's probably the most notable on the album. The song fits with the time and aged pretty well, and Britney's just telling everyone to dance like it's the last day on earth. And funny that she mentioned that because the next year was 2012, and many thought the world was going to end. But all in all, really good song, but not quite the best on the album. We'll get to it. Number 9 worst. This might be my least favorite song on In the Zone. For one, Britney uses auto-tune to help her step out, and the production once again feels like Radio Disney. But with the lyrics and the chorus, it comes off very LGBTQ-ish, especially with women who are looking to come out. But there are a lot of songs that does this better and will do better later on. But bad production, bad auto-tune, this song is just a pretty rough on the ears. Number 9 best. My favorite song from the album Glory, and I did not expect to put a song like this on this list. We got them candles hanging from the ceiling, oh, we use our bodies. I had a lot of fun with this one, but why did it work for me? Does it have something to do with the funky reggae feel, as it's yet another sex jam? Possibly a one-night stand, calling with more themes of making a sex tape? Probably. But I think her teaming up with Tinashe worked out pretty fine, as the two have pretty solid chemistry, although Tinashe does outshine her vocally, as we all know. But with or without her, still one of the best songs off Glory. Should have been a way bigger hit, but it's good enough to make this list. Number 8 worst. This is Britney's least interesting lead-off single. Honestly, I get why this was the lead single. It still has some of the elements of Femme Fatale, but I feel like I'm going to say this a lot in this video. This song is a victim of will.i.am. As for the content, it's another one of those club tunes, but Britney already have made better club tunes than this. All in all, it's a dance club song. It's not a good one. Let's just move on. Number 8 best. And now returning to Femme Fatale. If I said my heart was beating Of her big hits, particularly the ones that went number one, I feel like this is more forgotten even if it's her most recent number one single to date. Another song for the era, I can see Britney putting a song like this out in any era. And as for the content, it's more of Britney wanting her partner, but if she can't, will he hold back? I also love the lines, how he make her feel like paradise and need a vacation, telling the listener that she needs a break from outside forces. It's a song that deserves a ton of more recognition than It's a song that deserves a ton of more recognition that it somehow didn't get, but it's still a good song. Number 7 worst. Alright, the next 3 on this list are all terrible covers, so let's start off with the Dark Child Matt. This one's covering the Joan Jett classic, Where I Do Not Care About the Original. This song was also affiliated with the movie Crossroads, but what makes this song pretty bad is the DJ scratches Dark Child tries to install. So when it comes to covers, stay away from this one, cause this ain't it. Pass. Number 7 best. And this is the song that made Blackout age like fine wine. I've watched and read a lot of reviews about Blackout, and many said that Break the Ice was the best song on the album, and I could agree with them much more. The production's good, Britney delivers a solid performance, but the song got screwed over in production, as her label was not pleased that the song was a fan choice for a third single, so they blackballed the single instead. In fact, the label wanted Radar. And that little cartoon video you're seeing right now, that wasn't even the official music video for the song. But still, Britney delivers in every channel, and this is a song I could gladly recommend. Number 6. More Dark Child Madness. As we all know, this is a Rolling Stones cover, which I could safely say that this is a classic. This is one that is more known for the VMA performance than the actual song. But the song itself is not that good. And most of the issues just boils down to me being familiar with the Rolling Stones classic. And second, Dark Child decided to make this dance tune. And a lot of rock heads share the same sentiment. So when you approach this song, just skip it. Number 6 best. Britney 2001, An Image Change. I will say the title of this song aged poorly, even if the song's pretty good. The Neptunes provide a minimalistic production, vocals, and content to help out the limited Britney, as she's tried to be sexy on how she wants this guy to dance with her. And I could have put this higher if it wasn't for the VMA performance, which got more buzz than the song itself. You know, the whole dancing with the Albino Burmese python thing, which Britney was terrified of and got a complaint from PETA, but I still think this is good enough to make this list. I'll take what's here. Number 5 worst. The album closer to Baby One More Time. The album closer to Baby One More Time. This is a cover of the Sonny and Cher classic, and after reviewing this song, I decided to listen to the original, and I'm not too crazy about that one either. But what weighs this one down is the production. There's a ton of unneeded cymbals, irrelevant sounds. It's one of those songs that will fit with more Radio Disney. Britney, she sounds checked out, as the production is louder than she is, and it's a messy and bad way to close a debut album. What a disappointment. Number 5 best. From Oops, I Did It Again, and a pretty popular pick. This is a song where Britney dives into her storytelling. She tells a story about an actress named Lucky. She has everything, success, money, accolades, but in her loneliness hour, she isn't happy with it all. And sure, we got the stock Max Martin production, but the content is really deep, showing everyone that sometimes money can't buy you happiness. And I can safely say this is another highlight among Spears' catalog. Revisit often when you can. Number 4 worst. To me, this is the worst song on Circus. This song falls into the annoying repetitive side of Britney that I do not like. Not to mention that this production is pulling some 1960s beach blanket Bozo style. For me, this is one of Britney's most embarrassing songs she's ever done. It's pretty bad, worth skipping. Number 4 best. And we're going to stay with Oops, I Did It Again a little longer. Got hints that this is a sequel to Baby One More Time, because in the song she says, "My loneliness is killing me." But now a year has passed, her loneliness ain't killing me no more. And that's what she tells her partner, or ex in this case. I am stronger today than I was yesterday. And add on to a more aggressive Max Martin production, you get the strongest song from Oops, I Did It Again. Great stuff. Number 3 worst. Even Femme Fatale had a dud.
Big fat bass, the big fat bass, big fat bass.
Should be noted that this is the first time Britney teamed up with will.i.am. And for a song that's called Big Fat Bass, why does the bass sound like total crap? And it's Britney telling us that she could be the trouble and you could be the bass. And there's not much else to the content, and it's not even worth noting. Otherwise, it's a crap song. Let's move on. Number 3 best. Let's get this one out the way.
My loneliness is killing me.
I've mentioned this song so many times in the past to the point where I have little left to say. I mentioned this on my review and it made my top 10 best songs of 1999 video I did a while back. So I have very little to say, anything new to add. Just a perfect introduction to a pop princess. Let's move on. Number 2 worst is an abysmal song from her debut album. This song has a reggae feel, but the production really weighs this down, even if Britney will master this form to an extent later on. But her vocals, they're all over the place in this song. She's trying to sound too strong on this terrible sugary song. The chorus doesn't make any sense. I honestly feel like this song was made for Radio Disney. Overall, this is a definite skip, but what could possibly top this? Number 2 best. And for the second best Britney Spears song, she undergoes a transition.
I'm not a girl.
According to Spears, this is one of her personal favorites in her catalog, and now that I'm older, this is by far the best song on that album. Now, a lot of people will rank this lower or amongst her worst because it's slow and boring, but I find a lot of joy in songs like these. This is, of course, vulnerable Britney at her finest as she sings about how she's growing as a person, but not woman enough to know everything. This song is a turning point for Spears. Ditto provides the songwriting, and Max Martin provides the production. And speaking of Max Martin, he himself was in a transition, growing out of that teen pop sound, and he wanted to evolve, even if it means stop working with Britney until 2008. And of course, this is a theme song for Crossroads and all women who are transitioning from teen to adulthood, or anyone who struggles to find themselves. So, of course I like it. Check it out if you haven't. And to the people who don't like it, what's wrong with you? Before we continue, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. And now, let's continue with the video. Number 1 worst. The song that topped my list. Just blame will.i.am for this dreck.
Baby love, it should be easy.
What do you know? He's actually featured, and it's where he decides that Britney should use auto-tune, and it comes off very messy. Why do this to Britney? It doesn't help that the production is also a train wreck, even if the opening bass line had a bit of promise. Then there's the lyrics, telling how love shouldn't be complicated, but who cares about the content because you get distracted by the excessive auto-tune. Whoever decided to make will.i.am the executive producer on Britney Jean needed to be fired. He dragged Britney to the ground with this project, because this is crap that shouldn't have seen the light of day. And with that being said, It Should Be Easy featuring will.i.am is the worst Britney Spears song.
Baby love, it should be easy.
Number 1 best. It Wasn't Gonna Be Anything Else.
Every time I try to fly, I fall without.
This song served as the response track to Cry Me a River and is vulnerable Britney at her finest. I say I do like both songs, but after re-listening to Britney Spears' version, her track clearly won. And why did it win? Well, in the song you could clearly hear the hurt in her voice, and to this day she probably hasn't gotten over the breakup. And I also have heard theories that this song may highlight abortions, as Britney allegedly aborted her and JT's baby. Can't confirm or deny it. But the lines that really got to me was, "What have I done? You seem to move on easily." And that could imply how quickly Justin wrote Cry Me a River, released it, and made it a mega hit. And whether this song is about Justin Timberlake or the abortion, this song is a borderline masterpiece that packs a punch. And this is easily the best example of vulnerable Britney. And with that being said, Every Time is Britney Spears' best song. And that concludes the list. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. What is the best Britney Spears song you heard? What is also the worst Britney Spears song you've heard? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.